It's indicative of the success of the show. I think it seems to be what people want. I think we deliver. We're very proud of this episode. I think collectively we're starting to feel it's our best. And so we're very happy with it. Yeah, very happy about it. I'm hoping for a spin-off of Mr. Bates Investigates. The bottom of what happens. I don't know. I mean, we're all optioned through 3 series. We're very happy that the option's been taken up. I just know that it'll be very different from Series 2, which is very different from Series 1 with Julian. We know we'll get something fresh, and it won't be dull. But we have no indication of what's going to happen. We just hope it's not going to be more of the same. It's going to be that thing that Julian does, something very fresh, very interesting and exciting. It pays for. It's the nature of the beast. I mean, we rely on revenue to pay for the program, so that's just simply the nature of it. Yeah, it was a different time. I think people express themselves and communicate. Now we're all encouraged to say what we think and what we feel to express ourselves. And people not so much then, especially amongst the lower classes. And I think that restraint is something that is part of the appeal of the show, the way people communicate. But that doesn't necessarily mean you don't convey high emotions, which I think we've seen in the Christmas special. Everybody's conveying. The stakes are very, very high for almost all the characters. It's an interesting social mores at the time. Stoicism, restraint. I think it's part of the appeal of the show.
Beautiful people, lovely costumes, gossip, love. Why not? So that's the best answer I can give you. I think good storylines, actually. I think good storylines are universal.
As for Mrs. Hughes, I keep finding things out about it. I think, I wouldn't have expected that of Mrs. Hughes, but then, he always comes up with trumps, Julian, with something which I can identify with. So there may be yet more skeletons and cupboards, or not skeletons and cupboards, but aspects to her character which lead her in a certain path. Who knows? I can't wait to find out. They won't tell us.
We'll be the last to know.
We will be.
I mean, I feel like what you already said, Laura, it's almost strangely liberating to have those constraints on you, where, like you say, you don't go about screaming and bawling the odds and gesticulating like an Egypt all over the place. They're all cut, like all those scenes, Brian, tempered me in that department. No, but it's great to know that you can. It's quite, as you say, challenging as well to feel that you've got to get a certain emotion across, but sort of in a more subtle way, giving it full welly. And as I say, that's quite liberating, knowing that you have those constraints.
And then just one other question. You said you're all optioned through 3 series, and what happens at that point? Are there plans to continue? Is there an inkling? Would everybody continue? I'm sure that you're all getting a lot more.
So I'm sure that politicians will be delighted that Home Secretary was able to avert the death sentence to prison. But serious question. With what's you're kind of on the other side, you've got BBC One Strictly Come Dancing. How many of you had to take dancing lessons in order?
Next question. Who's next? Justin.
Did anything strange happen while you were filming that? Because I've been to the dramas made in the past where the introduction of the Ouija board has led to strange occurrences.
No, sadly. I wasn't involved in those.
Okay, last question.
Well, the female attention I have to struggle hardest with is my 2-year-old daughter. She's just entered the terrible twos, so that's my biggest challenge at the moment.